Very welcome to this Vinyasa practice. Today we are going to spend around an hour together working on different aspects of our body and our soul and our energy. As we start, let us arrive in this sacred space. Find a comfortable position to sit. You might want to use a pillow or a cushion, or as well one of these blocks that I'm using here, so you can sit in a comfortable and upright position. Let us arrive here in this space. Now let go of any thoughts that you've had from your daily life. Leave behind all of this to arrive here and just be here for yourself. Our intention for today's class is I am at peace and I am grateful. Sometimes we get distracted from expectations from other people, what we should do, what we should be able to do, what we should follow. Take this practice as a chance to just find a way back to yourself, to know what is good for you and how you would like to spend your time and work on yourself. Maybe you would also like to dedicate this practice to someone else, someone who is not at peace at the moment. So if you feel fit for it, you're very welcome to also dedicate your energy to someone else who might need it more than you do at this moment. So once you've found your seated position, let's open this space with an Om. Take one deep breath first. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And then let us inhale together for the Om. Maybe you want to close your eyes for a short moment to feel how the Om resonates in your body. Let us begin this practice by bringing our attention to the breath. You can close your eyes and just focus on your breath, on your inhale, how the breath expands in your upper body, in your chest and in the belly, and then focus on the exhale. You can also visualize a color, whichever color comes to your mind and resonates with you. Choose a color and imagine that your breath is like a colored cloud expanding in your body and leaving your body again on the exhale. Now let us first harmonize our breath a little bit. So we're going to inhale and count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause for 2 and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause for 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause for 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now take a few rounds at your own pace. one last round, and then return to normal breathing. Our next breathing exercise is called alternate nostril breath, which is quite simple. We're going to bring our middle finger and the ring finger together with our thumb. And the other hand you can keep just like this on your knee, or you might as well just put down the hand. So we're going to inhale through the left nostril and have the right nostril closed. Then we're going to hold the breath just for a short moment and then close the left nostril and exhale through the right nostril, and in reverse order. I will guide you through the first couple of cycles. So with your thumb, close the right nostril and inhale through the left nostril. Hold for a short moment and then change and exhale. Now inhale through the right nostril, hold for a moment and exhale through the left nostril. Again, hold for a moment and inhale again through the left. Hold and exhale through the right. Now take a few rounds at your own pace. Take one more circle at your own pace, and then exhale one last time through the left nostril. Whenever you are ready, come back to a normal breath and feel for a moment whether anything has changed, or once again feel any color that comes to your mind and that resonates with you at this moment. We are now going to practice the yogic breath, which is focused on 3 parts. We are going to inhale through the mouth, so you will feel the breath expanding, entering your body, and then moving on through the chest, down to your belly, and out in reverse order. So take a deep inhale first, and exhale again. Now visualize as you inhale how the breath is coming through your mouth, entering your chest, opening the chest as well, and coming down to your belly, filling your belly with air, expanding. And as you exhale, the air is leaving the belly first, and then the chest, and out through the mouth. One more time. Feel the breath entering your body, through the mouth, through the chest, and feel it expanding in your belly. You can also place a hand on your belly. feel the breath. Give me a warm feeling. And then exhale again, first through the belly, through the chest, and out through the mouth. Now take a few rounds at your own pace. Once again, visualize the color that you chose before, how it's lighting up your body, your chest, and your belly with every inhale. And as you exhale, visualize how the colored cloud is becoming smaller and slowly leaving through your mouth. We will take one last round together. A deep inhale. Open your chest, your solar plexus, and your belly. And then powerfully exhale. And let go. Our next breathing exercise is a very energetic breath. So, for instance, if you feel cold, this is a very nice way to warm up the body. However, this breathing exercise should not be performed by pregnant women. So what we're going to do, you can place a hand on your belly. We are then going to inhale and powerfully exhale in very short, repetitive exhales. I will demonstrate it for you. So you take a deep inhale and then exhale by also contracting the pelvic floor. Take a deep inhale again, and we start from the top. This breathing is very similar to lighting a fire if you're pressing air. So by using the diaphragm and your pelvic muscles, we can create exactly the same effect. So we will try one more time. Take a deep inhale, fill your lungs, and powerfully exhale. One more deep breath and exhale normally. You can place your hand on your knee and for a moment just focus on your inner self, on the energy in your body. Maybe the color that resonates most with you has changed, or maybe the temperature in your body has slightly changed. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, place your hands on your knees, and we start rolling our shoulders. Make some small circles. This might cause some weird sounds in the back, but this is perfectly normal as we start moving our shoulder joints. And we change direction. We will continue with half circles with the neck. Exhale. And roll your head up and down, just in half circles. You will feel muscle by muscle in your neck as they're being stretched a little bit. And then slowly come back to a normal position. From here, we are going to take circles with our spine all the way to the front with the chest and back. Roll in your belly, and then in the counter pose, bring out your chest. Activate the regular breath as well. You can take one inhale and one exhale per round, or whatever feels comfortable with you in this moment. And we change direction. And we stop in the middle. Let us begin with our sun salutations. Can we move the blocks for a moment? We'll need them again a little bit later. So we begin on top of our mat. Find a stable foundation, a stable ground, and take a deep inhale all the way up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Bring back your right foot, bring down the knee, and come up into a low crescent lunge. Exhale, arms down, into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Come up in upward facing dog or just cobra. And exhale down to downward facing dog. Come forward with the left foot. Low crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, and step forward into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, bring your hands to the front. Inhale up. Exhale down into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring down the hands. Step back with the left foot. Bring down the knee. Inhale, rise up into low crescent lunge. Exhale, bring down the arms to downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. And exhale, chaturanga. Lower down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Downward facing dog. Bring forward the right foot. Lower the knee. Low crescent lunge. Exhale, bring down your hands to the mat. And step forward. Forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale up all the way. And exhale, bring down your hands in front of you. Let's start with the second round. Inhale up. And exhale down into forward fold. Inhale up, halfway lift. And exhale down. Step back with the right foot. Lower the knee. Inhale up. And exhale, bring your arms down to downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bring forward the left foot. Rise up. And exhale, step back. Up to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale all the way down. Inhale up. And exhale, bring your arms in front of the heart. Second side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bring back the left foot. Rise up. And exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale to chaturanga. Rise up. And exhale to downward facing dog. Step forward with the right foot. Rise up. Exhale down. And step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, bring your hands in front of you. Now the third round. Take it on your own. And we begin with the second side. let us come to the second sun salutation. Inhale up, exhale down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale down. Step back with the right foot, and rise up to warrior one. Exhale, arms down, and chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward with the right foot, and rise up to warrior one. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with the right foot. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fall forward, fall. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, bring your hands together. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Step back with the left foot. Rise up to warrior one. Exhale, arms down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Bring forward the right foot. Rise up to warrior one. Hands down to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with the right foot. Full forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale, come all the way up. And bring forward your hands. Inhale up. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale down. Step back with the right foot. And rise up to warrior one. Exhale, arms down. And chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward with the right foot, and rise up to warrior one. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with the right foot. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fall forward, fall. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, bring your hands together. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Step back with the left foot. Rise up to warrior one. Exhale, arms down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bring forward the right foot. Rise up to warrior one. Hands down to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with the right foot. Full forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale, come all the way up. And bring forward your hands. For our first standing sequence, we will need one block at a later stage. So we take a deep inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the left foot and rise up to warrior one. We stay here for a few breaths. Your left foot is in about 45 degrees angle. The right foot is facing forward. Make sure your right knee is not over your right foot, just across the heel or above the heel. It's the correct alignment. On your next inhale, we open up to warrior two. So this time your left foot is facing outward in a 90 degrees angle. You can sink a little bit further in the pose here and stay for a few breaths. Our next inhale, come to reverse warrior. And feel the length in the right side of our body as we're looking up. Slowly come out of the pose. We're coming down into extended side angle. You can place the right arm on the right knee and here extend all the way. Feel the length, this time in the left side of the body, as this is a very powerful pose. From here, we're going to bring our hands in prayer pose and twist around to interlock our left elbow with the right knee, and make sure you're also twisting the left foot so you can turn your upper body a little bit to the right hand side. Slowly come out of the pose and bring your left foot a little bit closer as we extend the right leg and come into triangle pose. Left foot is still turned outwards, just a little bit closer, and you might now place a block here as we inhale and open up for the triangle. This is a chest and heart opening pose. That is often used when we're working on the heart chakra. Exhale, bring your arm down. And we're now going to place the block a little bit in front of the foot. Shift our weight to the right foot. Extending our leg. And slowly opening again to half moon. If you do not feel comfortable with the balance, you can also lower your leg a little bit, or keep your eyes focusing down if you prefer, or just straight ahead. And on the next exhale, bring back your arms to the front. Step into downward facing dog. And you can stay here or go for a vinyasa with me. Let us begin with the second side. Inhale, rise up exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, and exhale, forward fold. Step back with the right foot, and we rise up to warrior one. Hips are facing forward, and we use almost all our muscles in the core. On the next exhale, open up into warrior two. Feel the length here, feel the hips opening a little bit, and you might sink a bit further in the pose and make it more intense. On the next inhale, we transition into reverse warrior. And on the next exhale, bring forward your left arm, place it on the left thigh, and extend the right arm on top. Now feel the length in the right side of your body in this very powerful pose. On the next exhale, we bring together our hands and shift to the left hand side. Stay here for a few breaths and keep the tension. As you exhale, bring your hands down shortly to adjust the right foot, and maybe have a block ready as we open up into triangle pose. Here, feel the length, how your heart is opening and giving you a warm, cozy feeling in the chest. Your next exhale, come down with the right hand. And we place the block a little bit further in front. Shift the weight to the left leg, the left foot. As we open up here into half. Sometimes it takes a few moments to really arrive in the pose and find the right position. The hips are more or less stacked on top of each other. And with your next exhale, slowly bring down your arm as well as your foot. And we're coming into downward facing dog. You can stay here with me or take a vinyasa. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Now, step forward between your hands in a forward fold. Inhale up halfway and exhale. One more time. Inhale all the way up. And bring your hands together in front of you. For our next standing sequence, we take a deep inhale and exhale down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We take a big step back and rise up into warrior two. Stay here for a few breaths. From here, we change into extended side angle. Or if you like, you can take your left arm and bring it behind your thigh and interlace your fingers. If this pose is too intense for you, you might just stay here in extended side angle. Take one more deep breath. And we cartwheel the hands down on the mat. And we come into downward facing dog. From here, we are going to place our elbows on the mat, just about shoulder width apart, and interlace our hands, or you might as well just keep them down here. And we stay in dolphin pose. Bring back your knees on the mat. Relax your feet for a moment. And then we rise up into downward facing dog. From here, come into plank pose for Vinyasa. Into Chaturanga. Inhale up and exhale down, downward facing dog. Walk forward between your hands and inhale up all the way. Exhale, bring your hands down. Let's try the second side. Inhale up, exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, open up into warrior two. And we stay here for a moment. From here, place left arm on the left thigh and come into extended side angle. Or you can bring your arm behind your back and interlace your fingers around the thigh. Make sure you don't come too much forward with your knee. Just stay in a 90 degrees angle with your knee, or come back just in regular extended side angle. From here, we cartwheel down the hands to the mat and come into downward facing dog. We then lower the elbows and stay in dolphin pose for a moment. Slowly lower the knees to the mat and relax for a short moment. We'll then come up again to downward facing dog for Vinyasa. And then slowly walk forward between your hands. Inhale up and exhale down. For the next standing sequence, take a deep inhale and exhale, come to forward fold. Inhale halfway up, exhale forward fold. Now step back with the left foot and we come up into a high crescent lunge. From here, take a big step and we rise up to Warrior 3. Hold here for a moment. And as we step back, place the foot in the same direction and extend the right leg so both feet are facing to the front. We now bring our hands behind our back into prayer pose, so like this. The easiest way to do that is if you just bring the hands into prayer pose on the side and then roll them up behind your back. We'll stay here for a short moment and feel the stretch in our legs, and then we bend forward a little bit with a straight back, keeping the position of our hands. Inhale, slowly come back up, and exhale, open to the side. Both feet are facing straight to the front as we are bending forward. Now you can release your hands, bring them down to the mat, or if you wish to intensify the stretch, you can even walk back with your hands a little bit. And we stay here for a few breaths. Slowly come back up with your hands. We're now turning the feet a little bit outwards. Take a deep inhale up. Exhale, bring the hands in front of your heart as we come down into Goddess pose. Feel the connection you have to the mat, to the earth, and take one more breath in this pose. We then slowly come back up, turn towards top of the mat, cartwheel down the hands to the mat, and step back into downward facing dog. From here we take a vinyasa, or you can as well just stay in downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet to the front and take another deep inhale. Rise up and exhale. Come down. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, fall forward, fold. Inhale halfway up, and exhale down. Step back with the right foot. We rise up in high crescent lunge. From here, take a big step and come forward into Warrior 3. Slowly bring down the foot, the same direction. Extend the left leg. Once again, bring your hands behind the back into prayer pose and stay here for a moment. Make sure your hips are both facing the front, and then we bend forward into pyramid pose. Slowly rise up and turn to the side your feet both facing to the front as we come forward into side-legged forward fold. You can now bring down the hands and walk them to the back a little bit to intensify the stretch if you like. We will hold here for one more breath. Slowly walk back the hands. And now turn your feet outwards a little bit. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, bring the hands in front of your heart as we come down to goddess pose. We stay here for a few breaths. Inhale, slowly rise up. And exhale, bring down your hands to the mat. And come back into downward facing dog, followed by a vinyasa. On the top of your mat, take a deep inhale. Rise up all the way and bring your hands in front of your heart as you exhale. For our balance pose, we will come to the center of our mat and take a deep inhale and exhale into chair pose. Stay here for a moment. Then we'll bring the right leg across the left leg. You might as well interlace the foot behind you. And then bring the right arm underneath the left arm and cross your hands into eagle pose. Feel the stretch in your shoulders, the space between your shoulder blades, as well as the length you have in your neck and in your back. Slowly release. And we come to mountain pose for a moment. Compare the left side of your body to the right side. Maybe you feel some changes, some differences in energy as we have completed one side. From here, we will come into tree pose. So shift your weight to your left foot and take the right foot and place it either across your ankle, or you might as well place it on the thigh. Just make sure that you don't place it on your knee. We take an inhale, and first bring the hands in front of our heart. And then extend the hands, if you like, all the way up. And open up. Feel the connection that you have to the earth and all the energy that is flowing from the bottom all the way to the top of your body. Slowly bring down your hands. And with your right hand, grab your right foot. And as you inhale, extend the left arm for dancer pose. We hold for one more breath. And slowly let go. Once again, for a short moment, feel the difference in your body. Maybe one side feels more energetic than the other, or warmer. Now we take a deep inhale and exhale down into chair pose. Seen from the side, make sure your back is straight and the neck is in one line with your spine and your sacrum. From here, we cross over the left leg this time. You can also just keep it here if you don't want to interlace the foot. And then the left arm goes under the right arm and you interlace your hands. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Slowly release. And come to mountain pose for a moment. You can close your eyes and feel the difference between the two sides. As you inhale, we will now take the left foot and place it on the thigh or across the ankle as we inhale for the tree pose. You can stay here or extend your arms all the way to the top with your next inhale. And open up. Exhale, bring your arms down. And with your left hand, grab the left foot. Rise up the right arm for dancer pose. Hold this for one more breath. And slowly release. Come down. Stay in mountain pose for a short moment. And just focus on our inward side. Focus on your energy. Maybe it is different from the beginning of the class. And maybe you have once again a color that resonates with you at this moment. For our last sequence, we'll come down to the mat and take a seated position. For the next pose, which is seated forward fold, you can use a block if you like. I am just going to show you in a short moment. Take a deep inhale all the way up and exhale, fold forward. You can place your hands beside your legs, or you can as well grab your feet to intensify the stretch a little bit. If you like, you can place a block either in front of your feet to intensify the stretch, or if you wish to practice a more decent version, you can also just use the block to place your head on and relax. Bring your attention back to your breath this time, as the breath is probably very energetic now after the practice. So just focus on harmonizing your breath a little bit. And spend a few more breaths here in this pose. Slowly remove the block and come back to a seated position. From here, we're going to take the right leg, cross it over the left leg, and at the same time, we'll bend the left leg as well. So basically the knees should be stacked on top of each other. I'm going to turn around so you can see that. We'll stay here and take a deep inhale and exhale, fold forward. Slowly come back out of the pose, and we'll change side. This time, grab the left leg first and cross the right leg over it. Take a deep inhale and exhale, come forward. Slowly come back out of the pose and relax your legs for a moment. You can move them side to side. For our next exercise, we need one block. So just place it behind you so you can sit on the block. And then take the feet together. You can take them quite close to you. And then with the next exhale, slowly bend forward. You can either hold on to your feet and at the same time press down your knees a little bit, or you simply keep your hands in front of you and have a relaxed position in your neck. Bring the focus to your breath and visualize once again a colored breath entering your mouth, your chest, your belly, and exhaling the same way. Slowly walk out of the pose and place your hands behind you for a reverse stretch, just a few moments. And then come back to a neutral position again. From here, we are coming into a tabletop position. From here, we place our right leg a little bit in front of us, moving back with the left leg for pigeon pose or swan pose. If you like, you can use a block underneath your hip, or if you wish, you can use another one in front if you prefer to stay on the block. Now we will slowly walk forward. You can either stay on your elbows, or if you like, come all the way down and lower your forehead to the mat. Make sure your hips are balanced, both facing to the front, and you are relaxing your upper body. we'll stay here for a few breaths. Slowly come back up. Walk your hands back so you can remove the block. And we will take it right away to the other side. Bring back your legs into a neutral position in tabletop. Then bring forward the left leg. Slowly move back with the right leg to create a tension. And place a block under your hip if you like, to come down into pigeon pose or swan pose. From here, slowly come back up. Remove the block. And we'll turn around once again to seated position. For the next pose, you will need 2 blocks that are going to be placed in a T shape with about 1 width of a hand apart. So we are going to sit in front of the first block and then slowly lower our bag onto the first block. And the second block is placed just underneath the head. So you have about 1 hand width in between. You can then extend the legs and place the arms beside the body somewhere. Feel the heart opening, the chest opening, and once again visualize the breath like a glowing light in the upper body, providing energy, providing safety, and providing life. We will take one last breath here, and then slowly bring up our head and come back up to a seated position. We're then going to remove the blocks and will not need them any longer. And now place your heels just in front of your hips. We roll back down in on our back and place the hands beside of you. We'll now, with our next inhale, bring up the hips and adjust the shoulders a little bit to come into bridge pose. If you like, you can interlace your hands underneath your hips or just keep them on the mat. Feel the weight on your shoulder. That should be comfortable. And give length to your neck and your back. here. Slowly lower down and place your hips once again on the mat. Take a moment to feel the new position of the hips. And to bring your awareness in general to your body and your feelings. You can bring your knees to your chest for a moment. Roll a little bit from side to side and massage a little bit your lower back. You can also make some circles with your knees that are very comfortable for the lower back and the sacrum area. Change direction. And then slowly bring your heels back to the mat and extend your legs for our fine resting position, Shavasana. Make sure your shoulders are in a even position, as well as your hip bones, your heels, and your hands. Now bring your awareness to the place where you are right now and to your breath. Your breath has given you energy throughout this entire practice. Energy you need to follow all your plans, to succeed with your dreams, and last but not least, energy you might also need to support someone else. So feel this wonderful glowing light of your beautiful and colorful energy that you have acquired during this practice. We will now stay in Shavasana for a few moments and let our body and our soul relax from this practice. Take any last adjustment you need until you are in a comfortable position where you can relax for a few minutes. Slowly bring your awareness back to the here and now, to your body and to your breath. Very slowly, start moving your hands, your wrists, and your feet. And whenever you are ready, roll over to one side and stay here for a very short moment. You can keep your eyes closed, and when you're ready, come back up to a seated position.